The Martin de Porres Center is pleased to present this exhibit of works by Latino artists. Curated by Rosa Rojas, the exhibit is entitled Finding Our Way, suggesting that each artist is using art as the tool for exploration of self and world. In her mixed media works, Rosa Rojas is exploring and expressing personal growth.
Hi, my name is Rosa Rojas. I am a graphic designer by training. I went to the School of Cooper Union in New York City, where I got an undergraduate degree, a bachelor's degree in fine arts. Fine arts deeply influenced everything that we did in graphic design. It was, I think, our strong foundation. Even today, when I design graphics for exhibits, I think heavily about the concept and how it's going to affect the mood and the emotion of the visitor. I have not considered myself for many years as a fine artist because I think it was seen more as a commercial art form that I had gone into, that I'd taken. I've realized since then that I think that it's just what I end up doing anyway. And it's how I see everything that I do in my life. I think I had to just find the right medium. So I painted some things. It's not the right medium for me. I like doing some painting. I like working with texture and with material and dimension so much, I think is why I went from print graphics to exhibit graphics. And so I started to incorporate that into my artwork. It felt right. It felt more like me. So then when I had an opportunity to start doing monoprints at a workshop, I'd forgotten how much fun and how real monoprints are for me because they're immediate, they're fast, and they're emotional for me. And it feels raw. You don't spend a lot of time, if you don't want to, with tedious details. You just kind of put it all out there. I would say that was kind of a starting point for me to start doing fine art again. The two series that we see here, in the series Good and Evil, number 1, number 2, and number 3, I was looking to find how to express the pull and the push that you face every single day. It looks like circles and trying to get to the core. And so if you were to slice me in half, this is what I imagine you would find, that there's the good and there's the evil, and it's a constant fight with each other because you're constantly trying to push out what's wrong and figure out for yourself what's right. As I'm finding out, that's a lifetime experience. That's what that whole series is about. And you can see in progression how it changes, of course, at any given moment. And so these are 3 specific moments in time of that period. In the second series that I created to follow Good and Evil, Looking for Balance, number 1, 2, and 3, is the next progression of this lifelong journey. And in this series, I look closely at how the different minor things in life still affect us and how we are very fragile. And so there's this transparency in the images that overlap at times. In the other 2, you can see this starburst, which is kind of a starburst, kind of a sun, and it's really more representational of energy, where you can see peaks of white energy coming through, and mostly you see all of the other influences again. So there's the dark, it's changing and coming back to trying to find its pure white energy from our energy source. So you can see how the colors are mixing and separating. That is what I call looking for balance. This series was created as monoprints. They were printed on 100% cotton paper with water-based monoprint inks. And once the pieces were completed, I went back in and added highlights of bright color where I felt it was lacking. And in some cases, I went back in with a pencil or with a sharper, I guess it was an oil crayon, so that I can get a more immediate kind of energy into it, which I think expressed more what I was feeling at the time. The duality of life. The duality of life follows the second series, Looking for Balance. Similar to that series, it's about exactly what separates us and what pulls to keep us whole. It's about energy and it's about color, and this particular monoprint is red and has black, and these colors are it's actually very deep red. Red is always energy, but sometimes it's a dark energy that you don't necessarily understand or know where it's coming from, and you don't know when it's going to be light again. And so looking for the commonality, which comes in from behind, and you start to see some light coming through. As much as it follows all of the monoprints in my series, it's always about hope and finding that one place where you are happy and balanced even if it is at that moment. And so understanding that it changes constantly, I think, is a big part of it.
The Martin de Porres Center is located at St. Mary of the Springs in Columbus, Ohio. In 2004, the Dominican Sisters of St. Mary of the Springs established the center for outreach to the community. The center offers a variety of programming with the intention of providing opportunities for people of all faith traditions to grow in relationship to God, to themselves, to other people, and to all of God's creation. We also have an arts program.